Just what the hell did we see last night with a clean loss, a clean pin over Kevin Owens? Well, the WWE sees big things in Angel Garza. WWE sees big things in this Raw superstar, and I would probably assume this has to do a lot with Paul Heyman. He lost to McIntyre a couple of weeks ago, of course, as seen on all the dirt sheets, the websites, the newsletters. And I think they see something in the guy. I think they should. You got to beat established guys to go anywhere. If you don't, then you don't get anywhere. I just hope that they don't go with 50-50 next week, but it was the right thing to do during the Wrestling Observer newsletter. Now, Angel Garza's got the personality, he's got the look, he's got the tone, he's got the vibrance. This guy definitely, I don't know if he's a future world champion, but he could be a great Intercontinental champion, a great United States champion. He could definitely bring back the European title. This guy would be a great fix. Or the TV champion. This guy would be a good TV champion. Bring back the television championship or debut or re-debut the television title. Remember, this is the Brash and Brazen Sean's View. Share, subscribe, smash the bell. Remember to share my videos all over Facebook and Twitter. It is so crucial to spread the word because I can't do this alone. I can't do this by myself. So, Braun Strowman has also come to the aid of Alexa Bliss during this whole JD debacle situation. And I'll tell you what, even though JD has talked about me and commented me and tried to, knock me down and push me down and call me rubbish and trash and not brash. And even though he's even brought up my daughter, JD has brought up my daughter in the past, whether it was for a second or 2 seconds, the man came on here and he made a mistake. He made a blunder. We all make mistakes. We all make blunders. We all make different scenarios, which sometimes we get ahead of ourselves. Sometimes we make ourselves look bad. Sometimes we don't mean what we say, but, you got to be held, accountable for your reactions and your situations and what you say and what you do in and outside of life. And there's a lot of things I've done that I have to be held accountable for. There's a lot of things. But JD came on here, and after his terrible, horrendous Alexa Bliss comments, came on here, and this might be the realest I've ever seen JD. I mean, I'll never, ever forgive him for bringing up my daughter on a couple of occasions. But what I will say is his recent Raw review, and I know he's going to keep mocking me and talking me down and trashing me, and, he's king shit over there. I mean, there's many times. I mean, if I went back, I could go back. If I really wanted to do the work, I could go back, and I have many of my fans and my subscribers, and he won't always say my name, but you know who he's referring to, because he'll mock me, he'll make fun of me, he'll talk me down. But you know what? You know what they say, what goes around comes around. But what I will say is at least JD did apologize, and it felt like a heartfelt apology in his recent Raw review that he did earlier today. So for JD, but again, you say what you say, you do what you do, but the bottom line is that sometimes things will come back to bite you in the ass. People don't forget and people don't forgive. I don't know if Alexa Bliss, Mick Foley, the Road Dogg, Braun Strowman, Mandy Rose, Sonya Deville. I don't know if any of those people are going to forgive what JD did, because sometimes you do irreversible damage. And again, I know it wasn't JD himself that sent out that tweet, but he still said it. So anything you say or do online will always be online for the rest of your lives, even long after you or me or anyone else is on this website. So the thing is that you kind of got to watch out what you're saying, because it could always come back, whether it be good, bad, indifferent. Now, JD, in my opinion, is going to gain a lot of traction. He's going to get a lot of subscribers. He's going to get a lot of viewers. He's going to get a lot of money. He might be living in a big house, a mansion by the time we know this, even though it was in bad taste, even though it wasn't the right thing to do, even though it was disparaging and disrespectful, even though some people might say, listen, I don't think Alexa Bliss is the greatest in-ring talent either. But in my opinion, this is my thoughts about Alexa Bliss. I feel like this. I feel like that Alexa Bliss could be a hell of a lot better in the ring if she wasn't toned down and watered down. I believe that due to all her concussions and all her injuries, the WWE have toned her down. And you know what? Alexa Bliss has got to watch out for her health and her well-being. I mean, isn't she a former weightlifter or a bodybuilder or something like that? I mean, Alexa Bliss has to watch out for Alexa Bliss. And I think that's why they have her in this tag team, to protect her, because she has dealt with a lot of concussions and a lot of injuries and a lot of different things where she had to take a lot of time off. We're lucky Alexa Bliss is still wrestling, because we got a very depleted, a very minimal women's division on Monday Night Raw, and they have women's tag team champions. That's why they have to go between Raw and SmackDown. So again, I don't agree with the way JD used, the tactics and the words and the mannerisms for Alexa Bliss, comparing her to how she's in bed. I don't agree with that at all, and I think that was the wrong thing to do, but I don't really think he meant any ill will towards it. But again, it is what it is. It was said, it was done, it was put out there. And the fact is, he still did say it. Even though someone else uploaded the clip, JD still said it. It wasn't edited. It wasn't cropped. It wasn't stopped. JD said those words. Those words came out of his mouth. It wasn't CGI. JD said those words, and now he's going to have to live with that for the rest of his life. But yes, he did apologize. But, a lot of the WWE locker room did come out in groves because, after that young wrestler died, that young female athlete who was extraordinary in her own right, the timing of this was just terrible, and it was bad on all accounts. But JD has to be held accountable, and, he did come on his Raw review, and I even said in the comment section, I know he's probably going to block me and sock me and crock me and mock me again, and he's always going to, throw shots and jabs. He's always going to poke the bear. But the bottom line is, and, he's called me a jobber. He's called me a joke. That's fine. Do all that. But what he said about Alexa Bliss, the fact that he's brought up my daughter in the past, it's all in bad taste. But maybe, you learn. I've learned from my mistakes. I've learned from my wrongdoings. I used to do storylines and angles and drama all the time on YouTube, and I got criticized for it, and I got manipulated for it, and I got castrated for it, and I wasn't even hurting anybody. But again, JD didn't kill anybody. He didn't, he might have, he did a lot. He did say some hurtful things. Some might call it bullying. Some might call it harassing. Some might call it, some might say it was over the edge. Some might say it was warranted. Some might say that people took his words out of context. Again, I'm not here to just bury JD. I will never be reading out of the same book. I will never be exchanging birthday cards with him. But the fact of the matter is, the damage is done. It is what it is. The WWE locker room came to the aid of Alexa Bliss and perhaps aided in hopefully someone else not going to the levels of killing themselves, because I do not want to see it. Listen, I'm going to say this right now. If there's anybody out there that is stressed and depressed, especially during the times we're going through with this virus right now, I would urge you, if you're feeling any sort of suicidal thoughts, please call up your local suicide hotline, or call your doctor, or call 911, or check yourself into a hospital. It was just, the timing of this was just impeccable, but for all the wrong reasons. But JD did apologize, so at least JD was a man for apologizing. He will never apologize for what he has said and done and how he has mocked me and talked me down. He won't do that. He won't do that because, ever since he's become ahead of me and got more viewers and subscribers than me, and since, now he's all about JD, and if you don't agree with him, he'll block you, he'll take you down, he'll shut you down, he'll do this, that, and the other. Because he's synonymous for blocking people that don't agree with his decision or agree with his analogy. But that's fine, because the guy does have passion. But I also have passion, and I have morals and respect and integrity. And I also have the voice. I also have the character, so to speak, of Sean's View Entertainment. And I come on here and I give it to you week in and week out, day after day. Share and subscribe, smash the bell. Your comments, your opinions, more to come from Sean's View Entertainment. Remember, I work around the clock, whether I go live or whether it be a video like this. It's so crucial to refresh my channel, check out my channel, subscribe, and spread the word over Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, wherever it may be. You got to spread the word about Sean's View, whether it be on Reddit, any social media. Tell them Sean's View is where it's at, because if it's not brash, then it's got to be absolute trash. Share and subscribe, smash that bell. Refresh my page multiple times a day for all the latest and greatest in rumors, news, and headlines. Sean's View Entertainment is here all the time. Later.